Welcome to the Stonecrest Citizens Coalition Candidate Conversations. I'm your host, Malika Wells, Stonecrest Citizens Coalition President. The Stonecrest Citizens Coalition is a citizen-led advocacy group whose mission is to educate, engage citizens, and advocate for accountability, transparency, and integrity in the governance of our city. Established in 2018, the Stonecrest Citizens Coalition has a history of grassroots organizing and advocacy and is guided by Stonecrest residents committed to community engagement, dialogue and deliberation, transparency, and efficacy. Our goal is to do transformative, impactful work informed by the community and by sound data gathering and analysis that supports what the community wants and needs, not just for the city's sake, but for the benefit of everyone who lives, works, and visits here. In our effort to fulfill our mission and goals, we are hosting these candidate conversations because we know how important it is to educate, inform, and engage voters. And tonight we are excited to welcome our first guest, Councilperson Jazzmin Cobble. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Oh, wonderful. I appreciate it. So as we get started, because we're just going to jump right in, my hope and goal is that we're just going to have a conversation with one another. My thought is that for public servants, it is my mind here that it's equally important. Your professional aptitude is equally important to your ability to relate and build and sustain relationships with constituents. So with that in mind, share, what are some things about you that you feel are important for people to know?
Well, I think it's important for people to know that although I may be the youngest council member on the city council, that I am most certainly experienced in government. Government management and nonprofit management is what my master's degree is in. In my entire professional career, I've worked for the state of Georgia. I am moving on 12 years plus with the state of Georgia. I have certifications in procurement and fiscal management, and I actually happen to be the director of fleet management for the entire state. And so there's only one of me in each state, and we manage almost a $3 million budget each year. So although I may be young, I am experienced, talented, and have a passion for just serving my community. I don't think that I should keep those experiences, gifts, and talents just in my professional world. I believe that I can use those as assets to help my local community. And so that's why I'm here. That's why I've been here for 4 years. And that's why I'm using that expertise to try to make sure that we have a sound, fiscally responsible, transparent government that provides those services to our constituents.
That's incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that. I appreciate it. So in an effort just to allow residents, because some folks we understand may not be familiar with you. My husband and I attended the event that you co-sponsored with the Parks and Recreation Department, the Screen on the Green. It was very nice, very engaging. Just a great asset to the community. So with that in mind, understanding that some folks who may not have been able to attend that or were out of town, let's talk more about some fun things about you, right? So what is, if you had to choose one word to describe you, what word would that be?
One word.
Just one.
One, just one. One. Oh, one is hard.
It is hard.
I know. One word. Passionate. Passionate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, that word can go either way. That can be coded interestingly because it's confused. But it's good. It's a good word. It's totally legit. So thank you for that. So passionate would be the word that you use to describe you. Favorite vacation spot?
Anything with crystal blue water.
Okay. Beach goer?
Yes.
I think we will have that in common with quite a few residents of Stonecrest. Favorite color?
Pink.
Favorite food? Pink.
Somewhere back there.
Right.
Favorite food, yeah. Favorite food is pizza, hands down.
Pizza is your favorite food. Well, there's no lacking of pizza places to go in Stonecrest. We've got plenty, so that's good. This one is probably the most important question that I will ask tonight. Marvel or DC?
Oh, Marvel.
Okay.
Without
We
question.
can continue. We can continue this conversation. So let's talk about some of your personal and professional achievements that you are most proud of. Some of those I think you talked about when we opened, and you shared the longevity of your career with the state. But what are some of the personal and professional achievements that you're most proud of?
Well, personal, I'm most proud of my family. My husband and our 10-year-old son is something I'm definitely most proud of in my personal life. I'm pretty good on the basketball court, so I would throw that in there as well. I'm really proud to be a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and I wear that proudly across my chest with no regrets.
Okay.
So yeah, those are probably some of the things personally that I'm most proud of. Most certainly is my family. Professionally, I'm most proud to have truly stayed focused on my education, and also being just a role model and a positive citizen and giving back to my community. Being able to do that through not only my state work, but also here on the local side is something that I'm truly proud of. Also being able to share that with all the community service organizations that I'm a part of. Really just proud to just do what we can to make our world, whether it's the local world or the national world or the global world, just make it better for everyone. I was having a teaching moment with my son over the weekend, because I wanted him to come to the food distribution event we held Saturday morning with Commissioner Marita Davis Johnson. And his response to me was, well, what does that have to do with me? And so I said, okay, this is a teachable moment, have a seat. Let me tell you what we do in this family. Right. We have been blessed with resources, blessed with experiences, and blessed to be in places that we may not have been had it not been for other people giving us guidance and assistance and resources along the way. So what we do is take care of each other. And so we're going to do that every way we can. And Saturday morning, you're going to help do that. And we're going to help pass out some food to folks who need it. So just being really proud of, whether, like I said, it's on my state profession or my city profession, being able to just serve the people, whether it's the great people in the state of Georgia or the great people in the city of Stonecrest. Just really proud to be able to just offer myself in that way, and just continue to do that as long as God gives me breath.
That's wonderful. Sounds like one of the features of your life is service.
Yeah, it's been for a while. I grew up in it, honestly, and it's so funny. I tell this story because I grew up in it so much that I actually started off trying to do something different. So my mother, and all my life, has been in nonprofit. And so she's had many nonprofit organizations, resource centers, and so on and so forth my entire life. And it was so funny because we were always in the same predicament that the people who we were trying to help were in. But they would get out and we would still be there. So we were in the projects and we helped them get out of the projects. We were on food stamps, we helped them get off food stamps. They didn't have a car. She literally connected resources to people, but we were not recipients of those resources. So growing up, I had an understanding and a value for that, but I wanted a different life. I was like, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be, in the projects. I'm going to go a different route. And I attempted to do that, but not really knowing that as I was going through even my teenage years into my adolescence years, and did not know that I was Black Student Alliance president for a reason in high school. I was student government president in college for a reason. and not just, and in this whole while I'm on this career path of I'm going to do something different. I'm going to be this top dollar lawyer who's going to have a chef and a Range Rover, and I'm not doing, but yeah, I'm still an activist, right? On the other hand, I'm representing a group of people that have a common mission, right? So literally went to Albany State University. I'm a proud Golden Ram through and through.
All right.
And studied psychology for my undergrad, and graduated in 2008, right in the recession, and knew that, I needed to further my education in order to have, the lifestyle I thought I was preparing for. And as I was searching for what I was going to do, I wanted to figure out what was student government in real life. What was I had so much fulfillment from representing the student body and negotiating on our behalf and getting just our needs met, but also just being a resource to the community, to the greater Albany area at large. And everything led me to government and nonprofit management, which was the very thing I started trying to get away from. And so here I am, a few years later, with a master's degree in government administration, working for the state, being a public servant on that side, and then being an elected official. So it truly just is full circle. And here I am. So it's service is what I've always done. I tried to get away from it, and it didn't let me. It pulled me right back in.
That's incredible and very powerful. And is a great prelude to this next question, which is about self-care. So, self-care is everywhere now, right? And it's a hot topic right now. And when we think about the stressors of life, the everyday stressors of life, and being also the responsibilities of a woman, as a wife, if you're a wife, as a mother, and a professional, and then a public servant as well, and then a private servant as well, because you're talking about service also in your community with your family. So all of these things, even as they add joy, can oftentimes also add stressors, and significant stressors also added with the pandemic. So all of these layers of things that we're saying. That said, what's your practice and what level of importance do you place on your personal self-care? And how do you take care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being as you serve?
Well, I'll be honest with you that I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at all. My husband actually, believe it or not, helps me try to find that balance. Because I'm terrible at it. Truly am. See these bags under my eyes. I am doing state work all day. I'm doing city council all night. I'm trying to spend time with my son, make sure he's getting through school assignments and making sure we're staying on top of that. I'm also trying to be a partner and a spouse to my husband. I'm trying to be a daughter to my mother, a sister to my brother, an aunt to my niece, a daughter-in-law to my in-laws. So I'm not very good at it all. So I'm trying to get better and better and better at it. But my husband really does help keep it on the forefront of my mind that, hey, you need to take a break. Hey, even tonight, he was like, why are you doing an interview this late? You need to be trying to wind down. And I'm like, I know, but so, the campaign season, of course, does not allow, for any of that kind of rest and relaxation. So yeah, I'm not very good at it, but I am constantly trying to allow him to play that role for me and to assist me with trying to get to a better place. I'm a girl, so I like to get my nails done. I like pedicures. I shop way too much. So I enjoy all of those things. I'm a basketball fan. I love sports. I told you I was a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but I really am a sports person in general. So I like to go to sports events. I like to go to concerts. I love massages more and more as I get older and older, especially a foot massage. So I'd like to do all those things, just finding time to do that. I love movies. I'm just literally trying to find time to go down my steps and go into our movie room to watch a movie. So Yeah, I'm not very good at it, to be honest with you, but I'm trying very hard. And my husband is doing a great job playing that role, trying to keep it on the forefront of my mind.
That's good. I'm glad that you have that. And thank you, Mr. Cobble, for allowing your wife to join us on this evening. I appreciate it.